Lauren Callis, Native Feminisms 2026, the final.
The Answered Prayer. My ancestors survived ships and removals. My appearance often includes ribbons, tight coils, beads, locks in my hair. I was never made for their small definitions. I am the answered prayer. My ancestors didn't dream in chains. That hatred wasn't born in our language. If I told you African and natives been related, you'd probably call me crazy. When my people roamed, the land was free. The ocean was the key. You think Columbus was the first explorer? Black and red had relations before we were forced into our opposite corners. Before colonizers taught division, our stories already touched. They taught us to hate each other because together we remember too much. My bloodline crossed waters and trails. I carry nations in my skin. Black and indigenous, braided together. That's why they could never box me in. They use blood quantum and borders to fracture relation into race. Turn kinship into paperwork, but there's 100 grandmothers in my face. Pay a couple of dollars to receive the perks. It's cool to be Indian when you get their land. It's cool to be black when you get to rock cornrows in your hair. But my spirit remembers balance. Before ownership poisoned the land, no word for chains in the old way spoken, no word for owning another man. Black liberation and indigenous futures always move side by side. That's why empire needed separation. That's how settler power survives. They feared Black and Native solidarity more than they feared war itself. Because once we remember each other, their whole foundation melts. Now every sway feels like medicine, with my cloth tassels almost touching my feet. You take, we rebuild, hence Muskogee Creek. Every drumbeat breaks a chain. I dance and create for the ones written out, and bring them back again. Yes, I do this very proud. When it comes to sovereignty and freedom, I will always be loud. Wichita raised, high school alum, Black father, Afro-Indigenous mom. University of Kansas, Sarah Deer walked so we could run. Dark history brought out to light. Incarceration, genocide, reproductive rights. Grad school we study, out in the real world we fight. Through battle, we must remember our why. Blackness sacred in the teachings, 4 directions, healing, and sky. So when they taught us anti-blackness, indigenous, and rights, they taught us how to divide our own light. Yet, here I am, and there you are, joined together to heal our scars. When we separate, poison the land, harm the women and the two-spirit, we can only go so far. Inhabitants of the earth, remember who you are. Melanin is not a requirement for respect. Remember, every action reflects and seeps into tomorrow. The time we are here together is borrowed. So when I wear my coils and ribbons, when I dance, create, and speak, I'm proof the prayers kept working through every generation before me. And I pray for every generation after you, because we are the new ancestors who can show the world just how far we made it through. Thank you.